Congratulations, you've decided to buy your mega yacht. Now, the next step is KYC. This is Know Your Client. So I wanted to make a quick video to go through this process to kind of give some clarity to some of the background things that need to happen in order to facilitate the yacht transaction. Now, as part of the due diligence and as compliance, really the yachting industry is regulated because it's a large financial transaction and because this is going to have a marine attorney involved to flag the vessel, do the background, make sure that you've got clean title to the vessel. So I do want to make sure that everyone realizes yachting is a regulated industry and these are regulated transactions. That's why we've got to go through KYC. Now, this is basically a process to verify your background and your ability to buy the vessel. If you've made it this far, obviously you're qualified. We just want to make it simple and guide you through this process. Now, we've created a CIS. This is a client information sheet, and we've adopted the banking CIS and actually pivoted that to include the information that a super yacht or mega yacht transaction will require. Now, I recently went through this myself when I set up my company to accept crypto, and there were certainly some steps that I didn't realize, and we'll go through all of that right now. So the basic parts of this are identity, which is a passport, license, and address, verification of that, and knowledge of what your business activities, source of wealth, and source of funds are. Now, for an individual, this is pretty straightforward. Basically, we need your passport and we need verification that you live at the address listed. So that would be 2 months of recent utility bills within the last 6 months. Now, some people obviously value their privacy. And again, all of this is covered under NDAs. So that's, again, a non-disclosure agreement. We're not in the industry to share your information or disclose who you are or how you made your money or anything like that. And all of this will be covered in that NDA. So non-disclosure agreement, certainly we will protect your identity, but we do need to share that with the legal team, with the banks that are going to transfer the money, and with the seller of the yacht. So in this case, we're going to talk a little bit more on the individual. So again, passport, address, 2 utility bills. Now, we do need some sort of evidence, and again, this is not me doing this, this is AML and KYC, this is legally what's required. So we will need verification on your source of wealth. Now, the most simple way to do this is to generate a letter from a reputable bank, lawyer, or accountant with their contact info. And that could be something as simple as, hey, we've done business with the buyer of the vessel for the last 3 years. They're capable of buying this. Now, oftentimes your home office or personal attorney will help set this up for you. And we are certainly willing to work with the home office and attorney to make this super smooth. And again, that's why we put the CIS together to outline the process. So in addition to a letter with source of wealth, oftentimes people include a financial statement. And so that would be something like a client statement from a private wealth advisor with their contact info. So that would just high level, a private wealth statement. The next thing would be a personal financial statement. So this is another way to qualify and show that you're capable of buying the yacht. And that would be something in a personal financial statement, basically your marketable assets, so cash, anything that you have liquid, any notes or earned income from interest, things that are coming to you. And then also non-liquid assets, things like a house, an apartment in New York or London that you may own, real estate, a yacht, helicopter, or jet. All of those are assets. And on a personal financial statement, again, this isn't anything that we're going to audit. It's just high level, boom, here it is. And that, along with a note from a reputable banker, lawyer, or accountant, takes care of it. Now, this covers for the individual. For the company, there's a few things. And again, I just did this so I could accept crypto and Tether myself. So when you have a company, a few other steps are involved. So this would be the certificate of incorporation or the articles of incorporation, including the operating agreement. And then there's something called a certificate of incumbency. What this is it basically identifies who the shareholders and directors are on the company. So just like the individual, if you have 2 directors, we'll need their passports and 2 months utility just to verify where they're living and their address links back to them. So the last step in this is the UBO. That's the ultimate beneficiary owner. So say we have a situation where there's a couple that owns it. The wife is going to actually own the corporation and be one of the directors on the corporation, but the husband doesn't want to be attached to that asset. In this case, basically, the wife, we would have her passport, her information related to the company. And if there is a UBO, ultimate beneficiary owner, who's going to be using the yacht, we just need to know the relationship. So in this case, it would be a married couple. So I hope that helps out with KYC and gives you a little bit of background why we actually do need this information, and we do need it up front when we're presenting the offers. This is to protect you and also to protect the shipyard or individual owner that's selling a vessel. And certainly you would expect this information and want to make sure if you're selling the vessel that everything is nice and clean. It's not intended to be a roadblock. It can often be perceived that way, but this is really about building trust and getting you qualified. And even though you know you're qualified, it's a legal thing. It's part of AML. We can't be moving large funds, whether it's $1 million, $5 million, 10, or chunks of $50 million, cannot be legally moving that without going through the KYC process. If you're in the market for a super yacht or mega yacht, I'd encourage you to check out my complete yacht buying guide, as well as my 10-step guide that shows you how to buy a super yacht. Certainly, on behalf of myself, Tony, and the rest of the team, thank you so much for watching this quick video. We would invite you to a free complimentary consultation in person or via Zoom to go through this in detail, as well as your mission and vision for your next super yacht. Thanks again. For additional information, please feel free to email me at ts@flyachtpro.com. Also, please feel free to text me at 404-805-9819.